Coach Worthy, thank you for your time tonight. What's going to be our big game plan for tonight?
Man, our big game plan is going to be to play hard, to play fast, and hopefully get a win tonight.
That's perfect. Is there a player we're going to utilize more or get in different sets tonight?
Man, Kayla's been big for us the last few games. I think that he's going to be a pivotal part of us winning this game tonight.
Yes, sir. And what do we need to fix from last week? What do we need to focus on that we didn't do well last week?
Man, our biggest thing for us is going to be effort. If we play hard, play fast, rebound, and communicate, I think we're going to have a chance to win this game tonight.
All right, thank you very much for your time. Good luck out there tonight. Have a nice night.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. I'm Mason Humphrey alongside Coach Leaf Green, and me and him and the RHS TV Game Day crew packed up shop and headed across town to the Heritage War Eagles stomping ground, where we have a crosstown rivalry matchup between the Rogers Mounties and the Heritage War Eagles. Coach, this is going to be a good one. What do you got for them?
Man, yeah, so Mounties, the first time we played Heritage at home, it was a 62-49 game. Won by 13. We had a huge night out of Braxton, which kind of propelled us. I think our seniors got to take some pride tonight. So I'd like to see Nathaniel come out. He did not have a very good game the first time. Got into foul trouble early. But I'd like to see him just assert himself. That he's a senior on his last game here at high school. But I'd like to see him have a good night. But, one thing that the Mounties are going to have to do is they're going to have to get downhill, work hard against the zone. They're going to see this matchup zone and just don't be content and complacent with it on the perimeter. We did that early in the first game. It got out to 11-0. I think it was 11-0 start. That we were down, and we just couldn't figure out it. But if we'll be aggressive and try to get the ball inside, they'll have to get overshifted. And then we can get those shots anytime. But we just were not shooting the ball very well the first game and just got complacent against their zone instead of trying to attack it. And then defensively, we're going to have to find their shooters. Alex Karras did a good job against us the first time. They got 3 or 4 threes. But handle the basketball well and just be aggressive on the offensive end.
Speaking of aggressiveness on the offensive end, you said you'd like to see Nate get out there and get his, but we just had an interview as well with Coach Worthy, and he was saying it's going to be very important to get Caleb Massey involved with the matchup that he has tonight. Coach Worthy might have seen some things on film that he thinks Massey's play style can really play to the strengths of the Mounties. So getting him involved is going to be important. The last time that Caleb Massey played this team, he was 1 for 4 with 4 points. So looking to turn that around since the last time we played them. Obviously, like you were saying, with Braxton being out and the effect that he had, 25 points, 12 boards, more boards than a surf style, just absolutely clashing.
Yeah, that matchup zone that Heritage plays, it makes it tough for Caleb to get going inside. So, we just can't be content keeping the ball on one side of the floor. If we'll get the ball going side to side, we'll get that matchup zone overshifted. And one thing that really kills it, if you get a dive, get somebody going from the wing, cutting through, they have to follow that, and it gets them overmatched. And then if Caleb will dive right after that, or get them whenever they're not in position. But if he's just standing there and they're not getting the ball side to side, it's going to be tough for him to get it inside.
That it will be, and already game hasn't even started yet, and some crosstown bad blood is brewing. You hear boos and cheers from both different sides. Mounties on the road. We'll send it down to the PA announcer in just a moment.
Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. At forward, a 6'1" junior, number 12, Gus Brown. Number 21 is the junior, Caleb Massey. And the 5'10" senior guard, number 23. And if you turn your attention in front of the scores table, we would like to recognize a couple of our game day sponsors. First of all, we'd like to appreciate our showing some gratitude to Carrots Healthcare. Carrots Healthcare. Of War Eagle Basketball. And also, our next presentation for War Eagle Basketball tonight. Thank you to Kyle Bates and Rogers has been a great sponsor of Oregon basketball. Thank you for your continued generosity and support. A huge thank you to all 4 of our recognized partners this evening for Oregon boys basketball. And one more presentation for our War Eagle girls basketball game day program. Please welcome Garrett Tire and Auto. Thank you to Garrett Tire and Auto for sponsoring War Eagle basketball. Our starting lineups brought to you by Cares Healthcare, Raising Cane's, and Garrett Tire and Auto. Thank you very much for supporting War Eagle basketball. And now, we would like to introduce our seniors. Once again, this will be our all-senior starting lineup for your War Eagle boys basketball program. Welcome, War Eagle senior 6-foot guard Isaac Karras. A 6'2" senior guard number 12 Bryson Jackson. A 6-foot senior guard, number 13, Peyton May. Also a guard, a 5'11" senior, number 14, Max Howard. A 6'6" senior forward is number 22, Emmett Levin. And forward is a 6'2" senior, number 24, Ryan Wassman. New Orleans are coached by Tom Owens, who's assisted by Simmons and Paul Williams.
All right, so you see the starting lineup for the Mounties. We got Nate Jones, Caleb Massey, Dylan Lawton, Gus Kraut, and Kyler Brown, sorry.
Gus up here.
Yeah, Gus has been getting good rotation since the second half through the conference season. Been getting some really good minutes, quality starts. He's been a huge lift for the Mounties the second half.
As we talked about, we're on the road at Heritage today. Wasn't quite able to see Kyler Brown up here from the third deck nosebleeds. Nonetheless, we're underway.
Yeah, Mounties starting in a 1-3-1 zone.
We've seen that before. Unfortunately for Heritage, different result that time. 0-for-2 start for the War Eagles.
Yeah, that's one thing you got to watch out. When you're in the zone, you don't have a body, you have an area. We got to make sure we're covering that area and boxing them out.
Bryson Jackson on Dylan. Nate going to the rack. Keep going, big fella. Count the bucket. Should have been a foul call.
Exactly what we talked about 3 minutes before the game. You know, he's got to be aggressive and get downhill against the zone.
Pass to the corner. There's some volume shooters. There's some of that volume. Isaac Karras.
Yeah, we can't let Karras get going here. Missed the first one, hit the second. He was 4 for 8 the first game we played.
Wassman out there as well. Dylan Lawton, three-pointer. Off the mark as Emmett Blevins hauls it in. This is an all-senior starting lineup here for the War Eagles. It's their senior night at home, as well as their color day. Pass to the corner. Wassman over to Karras, now to Jackson with Kyler Brown and Dylan Lawton in the area. Full court pass to Wassman, now hitting down low. Caleb Massey tried to get a swat at it, gives up a rebound. Bryson Jackson goes up for 2. War Eagles up 3. Nate telling them to clear out, passes it to Gus. He's not able to finish underneath the rim, goes up, gets fouled.
Yeah,
Nate's hitting himself.
Nate's got to watch that. He's kind of went out of control there at the end. Made the pass, but he kept going. He should have jump stopped and made that pass. Luckily, they didn't get a charge call on him.
And you'll see Nate going to talk to Coach Farrell right now. That's probably exactly what he's saying. Gus Kraut at the line shooting 2.
We definitely cannot afford Nate to get in any foul trouble. Gus able to sink the second one.
1 for 2 at the line. He's a 62% free throw shooter. They advance it down to Karras pretty fast. He slows up as Kyler Brown trails. Wassman looking at the zone. Gus gets a hand at it. Dylan Lawton lets it go out. Pass to the corner. That pass gets deflected. Heritage not quite sure what to do against this zone. It's another turnover. Pass to Massey. Talk about him getting involved, but not yet. Bryson driving in, going to Massey. That's a monster block. Dylan going the other direction. Weaving, bobbing, bucket. It's all tied up.
Stay on the floor. You know, you're in a 1-2-1-1 full court trap there, full court zone. There's zero reason to leave your feet. Stay on the floor. He bought that fake and left his feet. Now, that's the only bad things are going to happen. Either going to get by you or you're going to get a foul call.
Bryson Jackson going right into the teeth of Caleb Massey. Spinning around, gets the bucket. Bryson hits the deck. Looks like he got tripped up. Dylan Lawton transition three. Coach Olson for the War Eagles wanted to travel. Gets the rebound instead. Kyler Brown pokes it away. Bryson again hits the deck, struggling to stay on his feet. Ball stays with the War Eagles. Wassman inbounding.
Maddie's in a 2-3 on that baseline out of bounds. They'll do a good job of shifting zone to zone, trying to keep Heritage thinking.
Pass down low. Brown on it. Now back out to Karras. Swing. Wassman three. Off the mark, but an offensive rebound. Shot clock should reset. Doesn't. Emmett goes back up. Picks up his first two of the game. Foul's called on the floor. Taylor Dye and Chris Hill check in for Gus Kraut and Dylan Lawton. Max Howard comes in for the War Eagles as well. Pass to the corner. Nate trying to get around Howard. Gets fouled in the process. You saw Bryson posted up baseline. He was ready to take a charge. Nate got fouled before he could get his chance.
Yeah, Howard behind him. And that's, you know, we talked about that with Dylan a couple of possessions ago in the full court. Zero reason. I mean, Max, he's already by him. They had help rotated over, and Howard fouled him from behind. You know, as a coach, that's frustrating.
Nate goes 2 for 2 at the line. Picks up his fourth point so far. Max Howard back to Wassman. Now trying to advance the ball. Jackson swings it around. Emmett wanted it. Jackson back with it, faced with his own.
Yeah, back to the 1-3-1. We got Chris up top.
That's a long guard to have up there. Nathaniel Jones crashing to the ball, pokes it away from Wassman.
Yeah, Wassman's he's got to rotate that ball like an opportunity to adjust back defensively.
They keep the ball. 16 seconds left on the shot clock. Mountie student section making noise, getting loud after Nate poked that ball out. Emmett wanted the pass, gives up the rebound instead. Caleb Massey gets in there. 3:20 to go in the first. Mounties down 2. Now up 1. Caleb Massey with the 3. Howard struggling to hold on to the ball. Gets rid of it. Wassman. Pass gets intercepted. Nathaniel Jones taking his time, looking for the screen. Just Emmett to beat. Can't do it. The foul gets called.
Yeah, it was a great job. Caleb set the screen, and Nate turned right off his rear, getting downhill. And I got Heritage out of position there.
Nate makes the first. Carter Cox checks in for Isaac Karras. Nate's shot is good. He picks up his 6 point. That's 6 out of the 12 for the Mounties. Carter and Wassman struggling. Finally get it across, looking for Emmett Blevins. Taylor went up with him. Hit it out of bounds, tried to hit it back in, but it was too little, too late.
We're back to the 2-3 on this baseline.
Bryson telling Carter to clear out. Swings over to Howard. Wassman thinks about shooting it. Now Bryson driving, baseline.
Yeah.
That's a foul, but it was a little late.
You know, Caleb was there, and then last second, again, decided to jump. Wasn't able to keep verticality there.
Bryson shooting 2.
Team number 2.
Second one off the mark.
Yeah, both lead guards for the Mounties and War Eagles having a better start tonight. Bryson had a tough game last game as well, shooting. Nate had a tough game, and both of them had a much better start here tonight.
Nate with it here, gets another screen. This one leads to a pass to Taylor Dye, just off the mark. Bryson pass to Howard. He drives to the rim, picks up the dribble, passes down to Emmett, hits off the hands. Wassman shoots it. Taylor's fighting for it. Nobody has possession. Now the Eagles do. Top of the key, tipped away. Nate going up is Bryson. He misses the layup.
You gotta go through that contact.
Rogers wanted the foul, not gonna get it. Missing on the other end of the floor. Kyler Brown hits the deck. Nathaniel Jones with a 1-on-4 spin move, right-handed layup. Fortunately, there was enough body there for him to get fouled.
Yeah, that first one, he took his body, took the basketball away from contact. That's going to be a tough call for the official to make. If he'll keep going there, he had Bryson easily on that foul, the first drive we had.
Something to note, first time we played Heritage this season, we got them into foul trouble early. They already have 5 here in the first quarter. Emmett Blevins with 2 fouls and 2 points. He heads to the bench. Nathaniel Jones with a perfect trip to the free throw line. He has 8 points. Pass over to Jackson, nobody around, thinks about shooting it. Tries to go inside, he's had some success. Nate gets another hand on it. Chris Hill in transition. Isaac Karras to beat, whistles are blown. And again, he's shooting 2. It's the 6th foul for the War Eagles.
Heritage foul is on number 4, Isaac Karras. His first. With the final 2 shots is Chris Hill.
Able to stick both.
They're going 2 for 2 for Chris Hill there is huge. He's a 64% free throw shooter. So for him to have a perfect trip, that's big time. Carter Cox. Pass to Wassman, to Karis, to Jackson. His first three attempt is good. Hits the top of the backboard. No good. Sorry about that. Nate driving down the lane and it rims in. 10 to 18. He has 10 in the first quarter. Bryson weaving through the defense. Pass to the corner. Shot goes up, but not in.
Yeah, if the War Eagles will continue banking on hitting threes, this bodes well for the Mounties. They are very content.
Now the real pass down to Bryson. That was a good look. 12 to 18 with 17 seconds left.
Yeah, Isaac hit one early, but they are cold from outside.
Mountie bench telling their guys one shot. That's going to be it. Taylor Dye, three-pointer. Count it. 12 to 21.
It'd be huge if we can get Taylor into a rhythm tonight.
At the end of a very electric first quarter, we will be back for the second.
The roof is a home's main defense against the elements, so services like upkeep, repairs, and upgrades are vital. David's Roofing is the only roofing contractor in Northwest Arkansas that has a prestigious Select Shingle Master rating from Certainty. With David's Roofing, your roof is in good hands.
Back for the second half of action. Mounties up 21 to 12. Taylor Dye hit a three just before the end of the quarter. He's still out there, and the Mounties have the ball.
War Eagles 1 of 7 from three-point land in the first quarter. You know, we talked about that on the Mountie side. Don't be complacent, content against the zone. You know, Harrods is doing the same thing, which we love on our end. I mean, they could stay out there all night if they're not hitting them.
Taylor trying to stick a move on Carter Cox. Pass out to Caleb Massey for three instead.
That's his second tonight.
And Coach Worthy said it best, try to get him involved. Didn't think Emmett Blevins was going to be able to keep up with him. Pass intended for Bryson. It didn't get there. Taylor Dye have other things in mind.
Mounties to the 1-3-1, starting the second quarter.
Student section's showing some noise on the road.
You got Chris, Gus, and Caleb up top. That puts a very long zone defense, makes it tough to try to enter that pass inside.
I think this is when our zone works best. With this five out there right now, just that length that you're talking about. Pass over the top, blocked by Gus Kraut with 1 second on the shot clock left. Kraut jumping for joy, looking for the ball, not going to get it. Nate driving off the glass, put back dunk. Obviously no good because of the foul call. But man, that's exciting.
2 shots is Nate Jones.
Nate sinks the first. 2 new Mounties, 1 new War Eagle check in. It's Kyler Brown and Dylan Lawton. Peyton Mays for the War Eagles. Nate 2 for 2, 12 points. Pass down to Peyton, now back up to Carter. Peyton in the corner. Wassman not quite sure what to do. Karis pass fakes. Pass to the corner again. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Good defense by the Mounties. Pass over to Wassman. Three-pointer no good, and after all that, they have the ball again. Carter Cox. Isaac Karis. Three-pointer is good.
Yeah, that's the one we can't let get going. He's 2 for 3 tonight.
He is the shooter. Graham Nepling, he hasn't checked into this game. He's not dressed out, but he's a shooter as well. He gave us some trouble last time we played. Carter Cox left in the layup. It's good. That's his first bucket of the night.
You know, but you look at that last possession by the War Eagles, everything was on the perimeter. They did not try to drive downhill. They didn't get the ball down low inside. That helps your zone defense. That makes your zone look really good. If all you're doing is passing around the perimeter, they're going to make that shot tough. You know, we just didn't finish out the play. They got offensive rebound, skip over to Karis for a three.
We talked about earlier how if they're going to rely on the three ball, that's perfectly fine. But we can't give up. We can't give up offensive rebounds like that. That will just kill you.
I mean, you battled Jareer off for 34 seconds and then don't finish it up, and then that's putting your defense in a bad position there to guard for another 35 seconds.
It showed there, and it's a 9-point game, 17-26.
War Eagle, thank you to Strategic Business Consulting, Caris Healthcare, the McElroy Group, Berkey's Electrical Consultants, and Waypoint Marine.
War Eagles are going man here in the second quarter. This is Nate's play to get downhill. Yep. Still has the effect you want. I mean, he's trying to get downhill, get a clear out, going to the rim. But if we can get a foul on Bryson, that'll work as well.
Wasn't quite a shooting foul. Obviously no longer in the bonus. Chris Hill goes up for it, but it doesn't fall. Peyton hauls in the miss. Pass up to Karis. Now down low. Intended for Jackson. Kyler Brown steals it. Chris Hill, he can be dangerous in transition. Pass back to Kyler Brown. Whole Heritage team wanted the travel to be called.
Yeah, his feet were moving, but he never had control of the basketball.
Nate driving in and drawing fouls here in the second quarter. It's been very effective. They're up to 3 already, with just under 5 to play here in this first half.
That's Emmett's third foul.
Team's third. The line shooting twos, Nate Jones.
Nate makes the first one. That one puts the Mounties up 10. Two for two. Nate's style of play here so far is really putting the War Eagles in trouble. He has 14.
Yeah, he's already over his season average, averaging 13 and a half. And doing it from the free throw line, which he struggled a little bit as of late.
Starting to heat back up again tonight. One last time. Peyton, pass to Jackson in the corner. Three doesn't fall. Bryson trying to pickpocket Nate, but it's not going to work. He takes it to the other coast and lays it in. Long pass from Karis to the corner. Peyton's three. Kyler gets a hand on it. Dillon comes away with it. Slows up, checks the numbers. Gives it to Nate. Step back. Just kidding. Pass. Chris Hill. Layup is good. Nate getting buckets and assists. Good finish by Chris. Reckless foul by Brown. Leading with the chest. That's his first foul.
Yeah, it's also the team's first foul, so 3:43 left in the second quarter. Mounties in a good spot there with only having one team foul. And then predominantly a 2-3 zone on baseline out of bounds.
Pass to the corner, now back up to Karras. Swings it to Wassman, elects not to shoot it. Jackson on Massey. That's been a coin flip tonight. Massey's starting to have his way a little bit more. Mouse in the house. You know Massey is just drooling at that matchup. He's got a couple guards down there. See what they do. Well, he gets thrown to the floor.
Yeah, I think the chair got taken out from underneath.
Gus Kraut again with the block. Looks like a foul got called. Kyler Brown's trying to calm him down. That's not a sight you see very often.
No, they rallied up Gus out of bounds on Heritage. So he blocked it into the Heritage player as he's going out of bounds.
Good play by Gus. Huge momentum play on the other end of the floor by Gus Kraut. See if we can capitalize on it. We can't. It's a turnover. Kyler Brown looking to chase down Jackson. Kind of just fouls him instead.
And foul charge number 4, Kyler Brown. His second. Team second. To line for the Warriors shooting 2 is Bryson Jackson.
Bryson shooting 2. Coach Farrell having a word or two with the ref.
Yeah, we talked about earlier that War Eagles content playing from the perimeter. This is only their second trip to the free throw line. Mounties on the other side. I think we've had 6. I think Nate's been there 4 times. Chris has been there once. We've had one other one. I think Gus was the other one. So we're at 12 free throws, but we're being aggressive going downhill. It's not a difference in how things are called, but we're being aggressive going towards the rim, and they're content playing on the perimeter.
Jackson goes 1 for 2 from the charity stripe on the War Eagles' second trip to the free throw line. Just a bad pass by Nathaniel. Miscommunication. 20-32. 2:22 to play. Wassman from the L and Eagles.
Yeah, talk about miscommunication. That's what Coach Farrell takes the timeout. They were in a 1-3-1, and there was nobody on the wing, and everybody stood and watched it. Nate was on the other end of the lane, and he had to sprint out to the wing as 3 guys stood and watched him take a shot.
As the timeout is called, they're not as riled up right now. We got some screenagers getting a set of thumbs in, but there they are. There are Rogers Mounties student section. They made the trip over across town. Proud of those guys being loud, trying to bring the ruckus.
Warrior thank yous go out to Raising Cane's, the Mays family.
There's Cord Marcotte. You saw him. He's got all sorts of America on. Face paint, headband, glasses, shirt. He's just letting the War Eagles have it in his last basketball game as a fan.
Heritage switching back to their matchup zone. If you'll get somebody cutting to the rim, like Nate cutting baseline, that kind of messes up the rotations.
Stay pretty stationary. Heritage trying to spark some life of their own with 2 minutes. Pass to Taylor, thinks about it, gives it up to Gus. 3-pointer. Doesn't fall. Bryson grabs it. Karras wants the ball. Bryson dribbling with his head down. Pass. Shot is no good. Kyler in the corner. Gets out of there quickly, calling for a screen, doesn't give it, passes instead. Pass intended to go back to Kyler. We saw this earlier. Bryson lays it up.
You can't leave your feet to make a pass. There's only one thing you're going to do then. So that's easy to defend. Stay on the floor.
7-point game with under a minute to go. Bryson ramping up the intensity. Kyler Brown looking for a pass. Nowhere to go. Massey has it, hands it off, long three. No good. Heritage taking their time. 2 seconds separating the shot and game clock with 25 to go here in this first half. Pass to the corner. Down to the volleyball line.
If they can cut this to 5 or 4 with a shot, it'd be a good momentum boost for them going into halftime.
It'll be dangerous. Peyton not looking to shoot. Nate trying to get in there and make an aggressive play. Gonna steal away. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, just not enough up the lane in the passing lane to get that.
Team foul number 3.
Trevor's check on Wassman. We'll cut to a break.
The roof is a home's main defense against the elements, so services like upkeep, repairs, and upgrades are vital. David's Roofing is the only roofing contractor in Northwest Arkansas that has the prestigious Select Shingle Master rating from Certainty. With David's Roofing, your roof is in good hands.
8 seconds left on the clock.
Coach Olson for the War Eagles is red hot. Looking for Bryson to get the ball. Carter Cox gets it instead. Driving, long three. Doesn't go, pass to Massey. Full court, way too late shot. Doesn't go, that's gonna do it for the first half. It was 25-32. The visiting Mounties have the lead, but don't go anywhere. We will be back for the second half and a very special guest. Former Mountie and player Rex Kraut will be joining us in the booth. So a lot to look forward to. We'll be back. Yeah. That's good. So this is playing right now. Hello, everybody, and welcome back for the second half of action. As I mentioned before we cut away to half, Rex Kraut joined us in the booth. Go ahead and tell the people at home hi, Rex.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Fantastic. This is going great. Rex, you've played a couple of these games before. You played here for the Mounties, and as a former player, what does this Heritage game mean to you?
You know, it's always one of the more intense games of the year. We get Heritage's best game every year. The student sections are always packed. The parking lot's always full. You know, it's always fun to play here and at our place. You know, against these guys, just because of crosstown, rivalry and all that.
You know, I was told when I got hired here 12 years ago. First thing, of course, we don't want to lose to anybody. First thing is you do not lose to Heritage. I mean, that's got to be a mentality of we don't play with you. We have to go out and beat you. I mean, so that's got to be a mentality every night out.
And the Mounties are up 7 here in this one as we head into the second half, so looking to make sure that doesn't happen this year basketball-wise. They're up 7 points, and there's a very special someone that's been playing in this game to you, Rex. That is your younger brother, Gus Kraut, who is a junior this year, I believe. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
That's it. What does that mean to you? What is that like coming in here and watching Kraut Jr. go out and ball?
You know, I'm really proud of him. He's really developed a lot this year from where he started, and he's developed a lot from last year. He's grown. What significantly helped him is he's grown. He's about as tall as I am now. So, he had a really good game last week. I think he had 16, 5 and 5 or something like that. He played incredibly well. But I'm really glad I get to watch his development. As his older brother.
Yeah, we were talking about that early. That the second half through the conference season, he's really blossomed and kind of taken some aggression out there on the floor and asserted himself.
Yeah, we're talking about Gus right now. I'm going to say this and pretend that you said it. It probably wouldn't hurt if he mixed in a couple more free throws every now and then.
I could completely agree with that. He doesn't need to miss any more of those.
All brotherly love here in the booth as we start the second half. Like you talked about, you've played this game. You know what it's like, these student sections. They've been loud and rowdy this whole time. And right before half, Heritage cut into that lead a little bit, trying to spark something back. Max Howard has the ball right now. Screen set by Emmett. Early three-point shot and an air ball. Bryson rebounds it, throws it back into nobody.
We mentioned it first half, but Heritage was very content being on the outside, being on the perimeter. That makes your zone defense relax because all they're doing is they're content going around the perimeter. And you just got to make sure you box out and go get the last rebound.
Pass inside to Massey. Coach Worthy said before the game, wanted to see some production out of him. Not able to finish inside. He's been really effective from beyond the arc. Max Howard hits Blevins inside. Pump fake. Shot goes up. Too strong. Both of the big men not being able to get started here in the second half. Rex, there's been quite a few misses here early in this second half. Is that something you see at the college level? Really what I'm getting at is what's the biggest difference? What's the difference between this level and then now the level that you're playing at, which is college basketball?
The biggest eye-opener for me when I got there in the fall was the speed of the game. The speed of the game is much different. I mean, I go from being, one of the faster, more athletic guys in the court, night in and night out, to being the third and fourth best guy at my own position on my own team. And so it's completely different. The guys are way bigger, faster, stronger. So it's been a learning curve for sure, but I've enjoyed it.
Isaac Karras heads to the rack and gets fouled in the process. We'll have the chance to just cut this lead to just 3.
Kind of piggyback off that here, you might have like we'll look at Nate. We have one really good player, or you go into a game that there may be one guy that stands out where you go there.
Almost the perfect time to talk about him.
Where you go to your games at the MIAA level, and you got all-state guys filling out the whole roster.
Couldn't have picked a better time. There he is. Mounties up 8.
Absolutely, Coach Leaf Green. And another thing is the transfer portals really started to affect D2. I mean, on our team down in Fort Smith, we have multiple, 22, 23, 24-year-old guys, and it's hard to compete with guys that have, been doing it for 4 years, have that much more strength and experience as well.
Saw Gus Crowd out there playing some aggressive defense, ends up drawing the foul. Bryson Jackson shoots another 3. That one's no good. Whistles are blown. Mounties grab the rebound.
Hit the top of the backboard. Another rule came out this year was JUCO guys. They're still going to have 4 years when they transfer. I'm anxious to see how that affects over the next couple of years when you start looking at college basketball.
Yeah, we're going to see a couple more doctorate degrees handed out at the college level to some hoopers. Caleb Massey just can't get it to go inside. You can see it in the game plan coming out of the half. 3 ball is no good, but again, hitting that.
So Rex, what's something this year that you've really focused on transitioning from high school to college basketball and trying to grow your game?
One of the biggest things is getting stronger. I have to get stronger to be able to compete with some of these guys, really focusing in on the weight room and conditioning and things like that. But one big thing, one really simple but really hard thing that keeps you on the floor is being able to shoot the basketball. Just spending time in the gym shooting the basketball over and over, a couple hundreds of times a day. It's really simple, but it's really hard to do, and that'll keep you on the floor. Being able to make an extra pass and knock down a three-pointer is a really good way to keep you on the court at the college level.
Nate's shot can't go in as the clock winds down. And for those viewers at home that watched Rex Kraut play last year, let me tell you, I'm standing right next to him right now, and not only is he taller than me, he's matching me with the biceps as well. He's been sending me pictures of all those peanut butter sandwiches, protein shakes, all that stuff. What he's saying is the truth. He's really putting in the work. We're happy to have him here.
Yeah, Rex is down at University of Arkansas Fort Smith, who plays in the MIAA. They're on the road right now. Where are they playing at, Rex?
They're in Claremore, Oklahoma. They're playing Rogers State. They play them tomorrow about 3:30.
Play Rogers State tomorrow night to keep going in the playoffs.
Chris Hill and Taylor Dye check in for Gus Kraut and Dylan Lawton.
MIAA is a very competitive league. They've had, I think, the last 3 national champions in that league. I mean, it's night in, night out. You're not going to get an off night.
Interesting story. The coach that was at that school, Northwest Missouri State, is now at Drake at a D1 school.
And they're
took 4 of his players from Northwest to Drake, and they are killing it in their conference at the D1 level.
Are they undefeated in their conference, or they got 1 loss, maybe something like that? But
maybe 1 or 2, but I don't know. Not many. Not many.
Yeah, Coach McCollum does a great job.
This is a full time.
Mounties up 8 as a full timeout is called.
Yeah, so we're about halfway through the third quarter. It's been a 1-point stretch here. Went into halftime at 7. We got to find a way to stretch this lead out. We don't want to let them hang around and, get down late where they start hitting some shots. All right, so we got a timeout. What's something, looking back, if you were to talk to yourself as a junior, what's something that you would tell yourself, hey, here, this is something you need to do differently or do better as you start focusing on the future?
Yeah, absolutely. I would say definitely confidence. I needed to be more confident probably my junior year, but confidence comes from preparation, and that means spending more time in the gym. I needed to spend more time getting shots up, being in the weight room, working on my conditioning, and I didn't do that my junior year. I focused more of that on my senior year, and I wish I did. But that would be one of the main things I would tell myself in my junior year.
Be a little tougher, work a little harder. It's as simple as that.
Exactly.
Yeah, perspective's hard because you think you have more time than you do to get to that point.
Oh, 100%. It goes by quick.
Inbound pass to Taylor Dye. And, as we're reminiscing on the good old days, I guess you could say, let's throw this out there. Who was your favorite teammate to play with here at Rogers High School?
Oh, all 4 years or just my senior year?
All 4 years.
Ooh.
Whole deal.
I would say Will Liddell was very fun to play with my freshman and sophomore year. He was an incredible athlete, incredible defender. He was a good leader. I would say he very much showed me the ropes, what it's like to be a high school basketball player. But all 4 years, I'd say Jansen Garner. One of my best friends, one of the best role players I've ever played against. He played his role to perfection, and he was an incredibly hard worker as well.
Dual sport athlete Jansen Garner. Favorite of last year, Bryson Jackson passes to the corner to the freshman, number 2. His shot, little too much mustard. Taylor Dye cleans up the glass.
Now, Rex, you went into college this year with an associate's degree. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, I did.
So what's your major right now?
So I want to coach basketball, and in order to do so at the high school level, I need to teach. So I'm getting an education degree so that I can teach and coach. So that's my plan now.
That's a little familiar to somebody I know, Coach. Man.
No, I mean, Rex is going to be a great one. I mean, he knows what it's going to take to get there. He's done it through hard work. So I'm going to definitely look forward to seeing his path.
I appreciate that, sir.
Nate draws his 3rd foul. Nate had 19 points.
Nate having himself a day today.
Yeah, we talked about that. The first game they played, he got into foul trouble early and just never could get on track. But it started from the beginning, and he's hit free throws, which he's kind of hitting in the low. But he's 6 for 6 that first half, and just really been aggressive downhill.
War Eagles have the ball, trying to break this down 8 threshold. Peyton grabs the inbound. Kyler Brown tries to get a hand on it. Playing hot potato around the perimeter.
Rex, one thing I've noticed this year with Heritage's matchup zone, it just hasn't looked the same like it has before. I think you can score a lot easier on this year. They don't move as well like normally Coach Olsen and Coach teams are.
I agree. They lost a lot last year with, Ben Manuel, obviously. That was a lot of length in their zone. That improved their defense a lot. He improved their team on the offensive end as well. He was a great scorer.
Massey with a monster block. 6 points offensively as well. Got a wet spot on the floor. Now Heritage is inbounding. It's in Jackson, top of the key.
He's in the 2-3 zone on that baseline out of bounds.
That's what I was just about to mention. I like when they go zone on the baseline. Not a lot of coaches draw up plays against zones and line out of bounds plays.
Chris Hill knocks it away for the steal. Mounties have it. Massey at the perimeter. Chris Hill wants it. Gives it to Taylor instead. Bounce pass inside. Now he'll get his chance. Kick out to Lawton. Three-pointer is good.
Three-point basket, Dylan Lawton.
Advancing the ball. Emmett Blevins down low. Those two.
He has not been able to get position on Caleb all night. He's just off balance every time he's trying to put something up.
And I would say the same for Caleb. Offensively down low. They're really just off the mark tonight. Defending each other well. Gus Trout, Nathaniel Jones back in.
So, Rex, at the Division II level, tell us kind of what you can do, let's say, during the summer, things like that. What do you guys do before school starts? Because it's a little bit different than Division I and what hours you're allowed to do and things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. So Division IIs, we don't practice in the summer, so a lot of it is, self-motivation. You're not really on campus all too much. So you got to do a lot of your own conditioning. You don't want to show up in August and slow and out of shape. So you got to do that. You got to make sure you're staying in the weight room and keep getting your shots up. But other than that, as a team, there's really not much you can do because I'm lucky enough I'm an hour away from campus, but not everyone else is so lucky.
Right.
We have guys this year from North Carolina, from Alabama. They're not going to be anywhere close to campus over the summer. So it's a lot of self-motivation in the summer for Division II basketball players.
Gus Crowd just picked up his first bucket of this game.
Yeah, it was a heck of a backdoor cut. All eyes were there on Caleb as he was trying to get handle on basketball, and it was an easy backdoor cut by Gus.
Now he's trying to pull away with it, up 12 with just under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, so like you're saying, you got to be a self-starter. You got to take initiative and doing the things you need to do to get better and prepare for the season.
And really, I mean, that can be seen just in all aspects of college life in general. Mom and dad aren't there anymore, waking you up with Pop-Tarts and the toaster, stuff like that. So it's completely different. And I'm speaking from a 5'10", probably business major kind of thing. So
I always, all my guys, when they would be seniors going into their first semester in college in August, I'd always send them a text. And, that was one of the things was, you got to be a self-starter. You got to take initiative. Make sure you go to class because it's not required in all classes. Make sure the professor knows who you are because you get a class of 75. Make sure that you meet them and know who know who they are. But you got to take initiative. And it's a little bit different than going to high school class where you have a teacher every day telling you, hey, this is due on Friday. Hey, this is due on Friday.
Yeah, absolutely.
Carter Cox got the rebound, but a foul was called. Foul was called on Carter.
I'd like to see us work through the middle of this little matchup zone here, see if we can't get something going towards the rim.
Swings it over to Lawton. Now to the corner to Jones, trying to get around Cox. Blocking foul.
Rex, what you mentioned there, once Nate caught the ball, if you looked at the floor, there was nobody coming into the paint. We had 4 guys on the perimeter. I mean, if Nate wasn't able to create there was nothing going to happen offensively. We got to get guys cutting through that zone because it's going to get them overshifted.
Absolutely.
Nate's first free throw is good. That advances the Mountie lead to 12.
I'm not sure why, but Coach Olson is very heated at that ref over there at half court.
Oh, yeah. He's been red hot. Red hot all night. Nathaniel sinks both of them.
Very efficient day from the stripe for Nathaniel Jones today.
It's his last game, and he knows it.
Absolutely.
He's playing like it.
Oh, yeah, tee him up.
Yeah.
Yep. Bryson staring down Massey.
Automatic. That got Coach Simmons going to the end of the bench on that one.
Bryson gets called with a foul, but you know what? It's okay. That'll look cool in an Instagram post.
And instead of hitting the bucket, turn around playing defense, trying to get you another, get a steal, get you another bucket.
There he is. Old G heading to the line. Makes the first one.
Free throws are free, Gus. Let's go ahead and knock this one down.
Not for this guy.
Well, especially right now. There's nobody even around you.
And I'm now on the other side of an announcer's jinx for the first time in my life.
Oh, yeah. Griping and complaining.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Mounties still have the ball after the technical.
I'll take the blame for that one, Gus. That one's on me.
And just under a minute here in the third quarter. Rex, I can't believe that our time is coming to an end. But time flies when you're having fun.
Oh, absolutely.
If you have any last words of wisdom that you want to spew.
Oh, put me on the spot here.
You're getting red here in the booth.
Oh,
we don't have a face cam, but man. Gus Crowd. Oh!
He's got to get to that side of the rim.
That would have been great timing. Freshman hauls it in, gets it down to Blevins. His layup is good. This place erupts.
Left us a lot of time here, though. Can still get the last shot of the quarter.
33-43. Dylan Lawton kicks it. Kyler Brown in the corner. Rims out. Blevins grabs it. 9 seconds. 6 seconds. Freshman taking his time. Pass up to Howard. Pump fake. Shot goes up, but not in. 33-43. Rex, I can't thank you enough. Thank you very much for joining us in the booth.
Thank you for having me, Mason.
You know, if coaching never works out, you got a future here. Let me tell you.
I appreciate you.
Thank you for joining us. We'll be back for the fourth quarter.
The roof is the home's main defense against the elements, so services like upkeep, repairs, and upgrades are vital. David's Roofing is the only roofing contractor in Northwest Arkansas that has the prestigious Select Shingle Master rating from Certainty. With David's Roofing, your roof is in good hands.
All right, so coming in the fourth quarter, Mounties with a 10-point lead. These next 2 minutes are going to be crucial. We cannot let them chip away at this lead.
Swinging around the horn here. Now inside, back out. Jones, Howard defending him. Passes it to Lawton. 5 seconds. Long three. Turned into an air ball. Looked like Dylan might have saved it. Ref is going to say step out of bounds first. Pass to the wing. Howard. No good. Hauls in the miss.
Second chance.
Offensive
Gotta
rebound.
get a rebound.
Turns into a fadeaway two. Brown kicks it to Massey. Trying to tell Lawton where to go with it.
Got to work to get the ball inside.
There's a go at it. Got to have it. But doesn't get it. Carter Cox driving blocked again. That time, not so much luck. Foul's called. Max Howard. Head to the stripe.
He's off balance, trying to recover back, and just got a little bit too much there. But a heck of an effort there by Gus and Caleb running the floor, making sure that was not an easy bucket.
Playing with some effort. No easy buckets against the crosstown
I got to make sure
rival.
there's not any blood on the floor. It's tough for the War Eagles. Freshman number 2 had a good night. Came here at the end, really playing well. Hit a 3. That was aggressive on that layup there, but had to go off the floor because he was bleeding.
Yeah, he's a fighter. And, you know, Coach Land, who helps us at RHS TV, he actually coached him at Lingle. That number 2. Timeout is called as the Mounties have the ball.
This is a full timeout.
We'll be back after the break. Coming out of the timeout, Mounties have it. Looking to hold on to this 8-point lead. Bryson playing physical. That ended quickly for him.
Yeah, he's way too tight.
It's his third. Team foul number 1.
Picks up his third foul with 6:21 left to play. Again, all over Jones. Still gets it to him. Everybody else down below, I wouldn't be surprised if we see that screenplay. Not exactly. Nate still puts the shot up. He wanted the foul. Gabe with the ball. Pass inside to Blevins. Good look. Fouled on the shot. That was almost and one.
He's going to be a heck of a player. He sees the floor well, can shoot it. I mean, that was a very witty pass for freshman. Go from the top of the key there on the volleyball line down low.
Yeah, and we saw how aggressive he was on that offensive rebound and then eventually the putback a couple possessions ago. Emmett not able to connect on the first one. Gus snags it off the rim.
Yeah, the War Eagles have not hit well from the charity stripe.
The Mounties started that way too, but we cleaned it up a little bit. Chris Hill snaps back.
That's been a big
mid-range.
difference. If you look at just the free throws, that's the difference in your ball game.
Nate with 21 points tonight. He gives the ball up to Chris Hill. And again, Gabe, the freshman, that time shot got blocked, but it's going to happen when you're playing against Massey. Chris Hill trying to go get him another bucket. That time it's a different result. Mounties up 10. Drive and kick to Carter. Good move to get to the rim.
Yeah. Coach Farrell's trying to get the official to see there was a walk, and I kind of thought he had an extra step on the Euro there.
Nate hits the ground hard. Here in his last game as a Mountie. 4:44 left on the clock. Karras picks up a foul.
The line with 2 shots is Nate Jones.
Another perfect trip for Jones. He's at 23.
Mounties now back to a double-digit lead.
The freshman Gabe, number 2. With some valuable minutes, Wassman checks in for him. He gets a hefty hand here from the War Eagles fans. Chris steals it, misses the layup. Nate goes back up, and whistles are blowing. Again, he's back to the line.
Heritage fouls on number 33, Clark Cox. His third, team's third. Back to the line is Nate Jones.
Nate able to sink the second one. 11-point lead now.
Carter Cox feels the pressure, gives it up to Wassman, pass to Karras. Wide open 3, doesn't take it. Passes it into Blevins, good decision. Picks up his 6th point.
Warriors fouls on Bryson Jackson.
That's Jackson's 4th foul right there.
Yeah, that's a tough call. That's a 50-50 ball. They're both going for loose ball. And that's also the War Eagles' 4th foul. We still got 4 minutes, 13 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. And as well as the Mounties have shot free throws. And that's huge.
That's big time as the Mounties up 9. So they can keep slowly adding on to that lead if we keep getting to the line. Bryson Jackson, homeless, arms behind his back. Pokes it away. Nate driving right side, gets around Jackson. Met by Blevins. Gus Kraut going up with Carter. Good defense first 2 times. Puts it back that time. Mounties lead cut to 7. Heritage getting some life. Jackson diving bodies. Carter comes over the top of Jones.
Yeah, they were hoping for a jump ball on that. Yep.
I mean, that's what happens whenever you go Troy Polamalu on them. That's the call that you're going to get. Looked like Jackson had it covered, and Carter just kind of dove in like there was a fumble.
You know, on the Mountie side, we definitely like that, but that's tough. You know, you think about the War Eagles, that's 2 tough fouls where they're effort plays, diving for loose balls. But we'll take it.
Jones again back at the line.
Timeout by Coach Farrell. Back to a 9-point lead. Nate's at 26 points on the night. Nate's been the difference maker that we did not have the last game from him. So he's playing really well the last game in the high school uniform.
Before we started, we were talking about how Braxton had 25 and 12. Nate has really ramped up the production exactly like you're talking about. That's an excellent point. We're going to take another look at the student section here. And if you're trying to tell me they haven't been a difference maker in this one, you are completely wrong. There's been yelling, screaming, hollering. Good times over there.
So while we have a second, we'll talk about spring sports are kicking off. We'll have 3 broadcasts next week. Monday, got baseball at home. Tuesday, softball at home, and then Thursday, baseball at home again. So a big week for the Mountie baseball and softball kicking up conference. Both of them had their benefit game this week.
Showing the student section, we saw quite a few baseball players there. So their season getting started up Monday. And that is, I got to tell you, that is a great thing to be a part of as the manager. I really appreciate those guys. I'm excited for the season.
Rogers fouls on number 12, Gus Kraut. His second team foul, number 3.
Karras pass to Carter. Carter over to Wassman, who loses it. Blevins able to clean it up, but misses his own shot. Gus acted like he was going to screen. Nate goes the other way. Wassman bit too hard on the steal. Jackson knows he has to get back over. Looked like a foul. Gus's three-pointer doesn't land. Some fast momentum basketball being played here. Karras going straight to the rack, trying to go through 21. That's to the corner, deflected by Cox.
Heritage going small. 5 guards on the floor. Down 9 with 2:39 left.
Trying to get some points on the board.
Fouls on the Warriors.
Chris going to the line, shooting 2.
Personal foul.
And that's Carter Cox, 5th foul.
Carter Cox, former Mountie. You hear that goodbye chant from the Rogers student section. You know that's a little bit personal with that one.
Wasson going to check back in for him.
Gus Kraut heads to the bench as Kyler Brown checks in. Daniel Jones heads down. He'll be the rebounder. First shot rattles in. Second shot is good. Chris picks up his 8th point of the ball game. And gets a hand on it. Spin move. Jumps up. Shoots it. Looks like he hit his head as well. He's rolling around. That one hurt a little bit. He got back up on his feet. Bryson Jackson on the other end of the floor. Shoots it. Karras tips it back in. War Eagles cut it to 9. 2:20 to play in the game.
Yeah, so here in the timeout, Coach Farrell's going to have to be talking about press breaker and understanding time and score. You have 2:20 left. You don't need any quick shots. You have a 9-point lead. Use the clock. Get the shot clock down there before we start being aggressive offensively. But you got to know time and score.
Coach Farrell coaching his guys up. Trying to hold on to his crosstown lead. I think it was when Rex got on, he was pretty dead on about it. We typically get a really good game out of Heritage. They're trying to claw their way back into this. Jones taking it up. Gabe and Bryson coming over. Goes up with it. Foul's called on the shot.
Yeah, there really wasn't a whole lot to that press defense. Thought to get a little bit more out of it, but Mounties thread through it pretty quickly.
Nathaniel's had a heck of a game.
It makes you wonder what his career high is here for a Mountie. He's at 26 tonight.
Trying to add one more. 27. Second one's good.
Mounties in a 2-2-1 off the made free throw. Theirs is more to slow down Heritage getting the ball across half court. They're not really looking to steal or to get a turnover.
Kick to the corner. Three-pointer by the freshman. Cutting the lead to 7. Now Heritage is going to take a timeout.
Yeah, he's getting huge minutes tonight.
For good reason. I mean, he is really doing everything he can to help this team win.
If I'm Heritage here, try to get something, maybe a run and jump. But the thing is, if they're guarding in the full court, they can't let Nate or whoever get going speed, going up the sideline too quickly. They got to be able to get in front and turn them.
Rogers has the ball. Let's see what we do with it.
They're trying to double
all
Nate.
Over Nate. Karras getting a couple good punches in on Dillon.
I mean, still, I'd expect more. You're down 7. You need the basketball, and they really didn't do a whole lot there in the full court.
Let him get completely to the other side and then fouled.
At the line for 2 shots will be Dylan Lawton.
Now in the bonus.
Gus back on the floor for Kyler Brown.
Dillon goes 2 for 2.
All right, leads back to 9. Minute 48 left.
Karras bounced past to Blevins. Back to him, now swings it. Gabe feeding inside. You're talking about his vision. There it is. That was a great find.
Yeah, he's going to be special. He's got 6 points, but he's had 3 or 4 great passes inside. Just great court vision.
Cuts that Mountie lead to just 7 with that bucket. Heritage calls the timeout.
You know, still expecting to see if they'll amp something up defensively here, because these last 2 trips in the full court have not been eye-opening. Easy for Mounties to get the ball down the floor. So they got 2 on Nate, but all they're doing once they get the ball in is they're playing one-on-one to see if a trap comes this time.
Taylor had to get rid of it, finds Massey. Karras all over him, long pass. Gus wins the jump ball.
Oh, Dillon, we don't need it. Dillon won the ball down low, but we got 23 left on the shot clock, and we need to use it.
Ball handler knew it. Driving right side.
Yeah.
Foul's called, and that's a blocking.
And that's Nate got bailed out on that one.
Yeah, he got a pretty good shoulder into him for sure.
I mean, you know, minute 11 left. We got way too much time on the shot clock. You don't want that.
Nate sinks the first one. One for 2 at the line. Waspin grabs it. Bryson driving right hand. Fouled.
There Rogers fouls on number 21, Caleb Massey. That is his 5th personal foul.
Caleb's going to foul out on that drive.
It's the 4th team foul on the Mountaineers.
Chris Hill checks in for Caleb.
You know, Caleb hit 2 threes early, but was a huge difference maker inside defensively. Altered a lot of shots, altered drives. Even if he didn't get a hand on the bucket, excuse me, on the basketball.
Bryson Jackson shooting him. First one's good. He has 16. Gus with a nice seal, but it goes in. 50-56.
Yeah, 6-point game. Definitely getting too tight.
Dillon gives it up to Nate. Bryson's excited. Timeout's called as Nate picks up his dribble in the corner, getting into a jam.
This is a full timeout.
All right, so we got 6-point lead, 43 seconds left, and 15 seconds on the shot clock. You got to make this possession count. Keep it a 3-possession game.
Got to be productive here. If you're Coach Farrell, what are you saying to your guys right now?
Well, defensively, we cannot give up offensive rebounds. They're going to get something here, probably going downhill. Heritage playing man-to-man, this late in the game. So we got a lot of good packages for Nate, trying to get something going to the rim. They're over the foul limit. If he can get there, at least get to the free throw line. But then defensively, we've got to get back and get matched up. 43 seconds left. You're looking at maybe 30, hopefully left on the clock, and you just got to get a hand up and get a stop.
Got to capitalize here. We still have the ball. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Kyler Brown will throw it in, the senior.
Watch Chris over the back. They've done that before where Chris comes over the other two guys going to the rim.
They foul Kyler.
Which if you think about it, they let 23 seconds go off the shot clock. They fouled with 12 there, coming out of that inbounds. That's 23 seconds. You should have fouled it 35 seconds of the shot clock.
That's a really good point. And actually, Kyler Brown is our highest free throw percentage shooter. Terrible time to bring that up, but there he is shooting 78%. That might be altered quite a little bit. Makes the second one.
All right, so we got a 3-possession game. 38 seconds left. And just stay on the floor, stay in between your guy and the basket. And when the shot goes up, you got to put a body on him.
Emmett Blevins for 3. No good.
And that's what we don't need.
It's tipped. Now he's not able to haul it in.
I think we wanted Blevins shooting that with a hand in his face, but you got to finish out the play.
Perfectly fine with the shot. Just got to come away with it. Jackson back down Brown. Crowd over there to help. Bossman cutting in. Howard sticking a move. Drains a 3.
Wow. You're at home and the clock runs after you call a timeout. They're late.
That's rough.
That's funny. They'll fix it, but
that's funny. 53-57. We have a crosstown barn burner as the Mounties try to hold on to a lead against the War Eagles. Senior night and Colors Day.
And I think that's Coach Olson's last time out.
Yes, it is. Last time out for either side.
Clock's running again. What are we doing?
10 seconds. 8. 4.9. Fun old-fashioned wow. Technical difficulties.
Yes, we're having some problems with the clock. Back to 17.1. Get a trap. See, like right there, I don't understand why you don't just trap. You're on the basketball. Gabe's on the ball. As soon as Dylan starts sprinting up and he catches it, Gabe needs to leave Nate, go trap that, have somebody rotate over Nate. You get a trap, see if you can get the basketball first before fouling. Get yourself a second there, see if you can get a steal out of it.
Especially when you're down 2 possessions. Dylan Lawton can't make the first free throw. Readjusts. Calms himself down. 15 seconds left. Mounties up 4. Goes 0 for 2 at the line. Max Howard driving, gets fouled. Oh, wait.
Had no idea what that was.
Off-ball
Off
foul
the ball.
on Bryson Jackson. Yeah, that's it. That's it for him. He fouled out. A killer for the Eagles.
And it's a player control foul, so it's not going to be shooting free throws, even though they're over the limit. Yeah, our eyes were on Howard as he's getting ready to shoot that, so neither one of us saw what happened there.
Yeah, I wasn't
Just saw
able to
Nate
see
hit the
it.
deck.
Jackson still on the floor. Ref kind of nudging him on. He heads to the bench. So the 5 in now is Gabe, Max, Peyton, Emmett, and Wassman. Passes it, Chris Hill. He's going up with it. It's a bucket. It's good. Nate hits the floor. Chris Hill shooting again. That's a shot you'd only see in a crosstown rivalry. 0.3 seconds left. Mounties up 6. A lot of boos coming the Mounties' way.
Yeah,
And that's to be expected.
I mean, they were expecting a foul call on Nate on the strip.
Chris makes the first one. Max Howard telling him, hey, you got 2 of them, pal.
The Miami's going to be able to escape tonight. Finish out the regular season. 7-point win, 60-53.
And that's going to do it. The Mounties go on the road and spoil Colors Day senior night. That's going to do it from here. From us here at RHS TV, I'm Mason Humphrey alongside Coach Leafrey. Coach, you got anything?
Man, yeah, it's great to be with you guys throughout the season. Check us out. We got a spring sports coming up, like we said, next week. 2 baseball games, softball game. Also, our Lady Mounties basketball team is going to be going down to Springdale 7 o'clock Tuesday night to play in the first round of the state tournament versus North Little Rock. That game will be streamed. We just won't have it, but it will be streamed by Arkansas PBS or whoever does the state tournament games.
It's springtime. Stay tuned. Stay classy, Mountie fans.